Greetings friends, I am a Random Pleb and this is Fallen London. From up here, freedom seems so close. Fallen London sprawls below your stalactite cell, vast and illuminated by 1,000 flickering gaslights. Only the bars of this prison keep you here, and not for much longer. Hello delicious friend. To find out who you are and why you are here, you'll first need to escape from prison. You descended here from the surface, where the sun still shines. In Fallen London, it's often encouraged to explore everything before you move on. You did not leave the surface behind to spend the rest of your days locked away in here. Concentrate on escaping. A cavern the size of Europe, and a prison in a stalactite clinging to its roof. This is New Newgate, London's premier correctional facility, serviced by dirigibles and guarded by warders who wear lumpy sacks over their faces. It's best not to make jokes about the latter. They are not employed for their sense of humour. Below, the lights of Fallen London glimmer at the edge of a dark cave sea, like a handful of dropped jewels. During the day, when Londoners light more candles and gas lamps, the jewels are that much brighter, but above you in the cavern roof, phosphorescent artificial stars are always visible, deep, dark, and marvellous. And now you need to get out. A plan forms in your mind. This is a New Newgate, formed from the stalactite that hangs from the starry ceiling of the cavern. It's a half-mile fall from the barred cell window to the ground, far, far below. However, New Newgate is a prison, and prisons require prisoners. More to the point, prisoners require food. A supply dirigible brings food to the prison every day. It passes directly below your window, and the mortar that holds the window bars in place is old and rotting. If you can work them free, you are now preparing for a daring escape. New Newgate cannot hold you. Your imprisonment is unjust and worse, inconvenient. The means of your escape is clear. Now you must concentrate on the method. Monotony and boredom. The gaolers shuffle through the prison, bearing lanterns and truncheons. Occasionally they stick one or the other through the bars of a cell to discommode the prisoners within. You hear sobs, grunts, and the occasional oath-a-throo from the rubbery prisoner. The sacks they wear for masks make telling them apart impossible. They do provide one advantage, however. When not drinking, dicing, or patrolling, one sits outside your cell and indulges in a discreet nap. If it weren't for the snoring, you wouldn't be able to tell. You make a note of his rota and begin to wait for his next shift, making an escape. The hour of your escape is clear. Now all you need is patience and a distraction. The former is your own affair. For the latter, you will require help. Fortunately, you have a cellmate. The unlucky devil is here by diplomatic arrangement. Fallen London enjoys an uneasy relationship with its nearest neighbour. Hell, they spy on each other frequently. This devil was unfortunate enough to get caught. The unlucky devil listens to your plan for only a moment, but he is convinced. Anything to be out of here, he says. Prison is not for the soul. He gives you a hungry look and then turns his attention to the bars of your cell. You succeeded in persuading the unlucky devil to aid you in this endeavour of escape. A moment's hesitation. Judging time down here is difficult. There is neither night nor day, only the green gleam of the false stars above and the gaslights of London below. All you can do is wait for the sleepy gaoler to take up his post. The unlucky devil taps you on the shoulder as you watch. "What brought you down here?" he asks, his voice pitched low. "And made you risk this?" He gestures to the walls of the bars of New Newgate. The dawning age. The unlucky devil smiles affectionately. "A kindred spirit. We are all modernists here in hell," he says in a tone that could pass for friendly. He pauses for a moment and frowns. "Wait, do you hear that?" You listen carefully. At first, only the silence of the prison. Then, slowly you hear it, soft and unmistakable, the sound of snoring. The devil stands up, brushing dust from his knees. "Get ready, it's time." Putting your escape plan into action with the unlucky devil. Escape velocity. Your goaler is asleep, snoring behind his sackcloth hood. The gaslights are low on the walls, sending every flicker dancing along the smooth surface. Amateur escapology. These irons are, fortunately, quite poorly made. You work your wrists against the cuff, chafing your skin as you do so, but you bear it and itch your hands free. The goaler's keys are in reach. If you can filch them without waking him, then you might be in luck to escape. As quiet as the grave, you reach as far as you can and feel the chill of metal against your fingers. The key is within your grasp. With a muffled grunt, you stretch just a fraction further and close your hand around the keys. Without making a sound, you slip your arm back inside the cell and slip the key into the lock. The unlucky devil looks impressed. Quiet as a church mice, you creep out from the cell. The unlucky devil closes the door behind you, and together you steal past the sleeping goaler. A dark arch looms ahead. Stairs lead further down to where the dirigibles wait. Following the stairs down and down through the new gate, you pass larders filled with mushrooms and candles, offices groaning with yellowed paperwork, and row upon row of cells where grim faces peer out through the bars. A guard passes once, but you stick close to the shadows against the wall, and he walks by, unseeing. At last, you reach the final stair and the door to the dirigible berth. The light of the false stars washes over you as you step out under the cavern roof. A dirigible waits, its crew readying to depart. All that stands between you is a lone goaler. You decide to take a more direct approach. It wouldn't technically be murder. Death is rarely permanent in fallen London, but you can certainly inconvenience him. Precision. The goaler barely has time to stand before you are upon him. He reaches for a cudgel at his belt, but you are faster once, twice, thrice about the temples, and he staggers, arms flailing as he tries to steady himself from falling over the edge into the abyss. You push your advantage before he can recover. A smart kick to the chest, and he is overbalanced, and gravity does the rest. You grab the sack from his face as he topples away. The unlucky devil gives you a polite round of applause as the goaler disappears from sight. Shall we? The devil says, indicating the waiting dirigible. As one or together, the dirigible is ready to depart for London. You and the unlucky devil stand on the slim ledge beyond the prison door. The dirigible pilot has not noticed you yet. You have the goaler's sackcloth mask. You could attempt a disguise, but there are two of you, and only one mask. You decide to take the unlucky devil with you. You disguise yourself as his goaler. The unlucky devil gives you a quick smile as he grasps your plan. He falls into step behind you as you negotiate with the dirigible pilot. The pilot has noticed nothing. He expected to meet the goaler, and now he has. Anything more is much more than he is paid to notice. You nestle in the berth of the dirigible, the unlucky devil beside you. With a swift untethering of ropes, the dirigible is free. Slowly you begin your descent, until New Newgate is just one of many stalactites high on the cavern roof. The dirigible descends by slow degrees. You watch the false stars above become distant, emerald glimmers. New Newgate slowly sinks from view, one stalactite among many. For the first time in a long time, you have a moment to plan your course ahead, and you think to yourself, where would you go? And what would you do with your newfound freedom? Thank you for your time, if you are indeed still out there listening. This is the introductory escape of our Random Pleb, and the start of his adventures in fallen London. Please subscribe, like and comment. Also hit that bell for notification of the next upload. See you in hell, friends, sooner or later.